Okay, so yeah, it was a quick restart on the router to get the Wi-Fi going again. So all set there. Wait to see if people come back. Meanwhile, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. uh, ouch. There we. Okay, one of you made it back. Hey, Adam. Good to see you back. Let's see if I can just. Uh, Adventures in dishwashing. I just want to scrub out this pan really quick to. Oh, great low battery. It's not one thing, it's another, right? So let's spin me around. You turn me right. Oh. You turn me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right round. If you know the song, you know the song. So, yes, I'm having a boring Saturday night. Ooh, chili. No, we're not having chili. We're having Veronica with mushrooms. And, okay, this is probably one of the neatest things I've figured out this trip. Tell me if you know what this is before I use it. Oh, in case you didn't see, it's an electric stove lighter. So, while that comes to a boil, yeah, I forgot to change the format to horizontal instead of vertical, but it is what it is. So, yeah, kind of a cool little, and just enough for me to clear. Um, so there's the start of dinner. There's a roving market in Kiev that jumps from spot to spot to spot. Next weekend, it is right here. So next weekend will be, a tour down this little roving market that's going to be on my street. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about it, though, Adam, is if the power goes out, you can't cook. So yeah, that could be interesting. I don't know. Let's see some of the other misconceptions about Kiev. Okay, the biggest one. I see it in every stream. Oh, the girls are so pretty over there. It's not that they're so pretty. It's just that, as a fat person, I'm saying this. So we've gotten used to like the average person being overweight in America. So anybody that is fit looks good. And you can't live in this city without being fit. Well, you can, but it's very hard. You have to have a car, or you just have to like stay in your house and not go anywhere because 6,000 steps just to go to the store to get a broom and dustpan. I could have taken a taxi and got there and back for $5. Okay. Or I could walk, save the $5, and get extra stuff. Oh, I'm enjoying it. It's hurting. So yeah, I finally broke down and got like 2 liters of cider, and I drank a 1 liter bottle of cider last night. So I was feeling good. I did not, I wasn't hurting for once, and I was asleep shortly after curfew. Did not hear the air alarm go off at whatever time it went off. Although I woke up, had to go to the bathroom at like 2 something in the morning. And as I'm standing over the toilet, I'm hearing from the living room my phone going off saying, "The air alert is over. May the force be with you." Like, oh, okay. Good to know. Got done, washed hands, came back, laid down, and I was out till 7 o'clock in the morning. Same thing, get up, get around, go get a glass of water. Oh, the air alert is over. I'm like, okay, maybe the air alarms are putting me to sleep. Yeah, like I said, just a simple, walk up to the corner store and back is 3 times the walking I do in the U.S. And it's not that I'm not going to the store; it's that the store's 18 miles away from me. So walking's out of the question unless I want to make it a 2-day trip. Oh, 11 in the morning, yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit different on the time zones. It's just after 7 here. Yeah, 7 p.m. and just putting water on to boil. So it's basically frozen Veroniki with potatoes and mushrooms. Um, I have some 23% smetana for like a dressing. Um, should be pretty good. I've had some already, so yeah, I know they're good. It's nice being able to sit here on my couch and let's see. Pardon the messy apartment at the moment, but yeah, I can just kind of peek over and okay, no steam coming out of the pot yet. um, I mean, it is a lot smaller than the other apartment I was in. The other apartment was like an entire third or extra double the space essentially. Um, wrong way. So it is what it is. It's enough space for me, you know, with the balcony. I would change the furniture because the furniture in here is kind of odd. Everything's too low. Um, oh yeah, and of course, I keep telling you about Ukrainians and their chandeliers. They love their chandeliers, and the built-in. I wouldn't say entertainment center, but like wall of cabinets and like all the storage and dresser and knickknacks and what have you all go on or in there. Um, so yeah, I got the fan going, blowing in air from outside. Yeah, and it's very, very Ukrainian. But let's see if I can get the corner here. Come on, turn. Low battery warning again. So this is all wallpaper, even up on the ceiling. And it's just a design of the wallpaper. And it's easier than plastering the wall. You just wallpaper the cement, and the whole apartment's that way with this same wallpaper, and even the kitchen, even the hallway. Um, it's just what everybody did. It was easier than painting cement, and cleaner than leaving the bare cement. So I like it. It's just I wish this was a brick place instead of concrete slabs or panel houses, as they call them here. Oh, got to get that morning coffee. You know what my morning coffee is soda, unfortunately. I am doing the bez sucro without sugar. Oh, and I wanted to ask to I know there's a bunch of you out there doing Ukrainian lessons on Duolingo. How far have you gotten, and do you know how to ask for a broom and dustpan in Ukrainian? I didn't. I had to look it up, figure out how to say it from like translation on the phone, and then ask the lady, "I'm looking for a broom and dustpan. Where are you hiding them?" Yeah, because my last apartment here had like everything I needed: a vacuum cleaner, dustpan, mop, all the stuff to go with it. So, and then this time there's like nothing. So it's like, ugh. I'm gonna move to the other couch before my phone dies, and I end up with a stream like Pavlo's, or his phone died, and there's no ending the stream. So let's see if I can angle this enough to get the power cord in. Come on, there we go. I have the power. Oh, let's go the other. Ooh, yeah, weird controls on the. I'm still learning. I'm figuring it out. I'll get there eventually. One of these lifetimes. Um. Yeah, you're like that with coffee. I'm like that with cider. Like the first sip of a nice crisp apple cider. Um, Definitely. And it's like the American ciders are not that good. I hate to say. Um, yeah, I have a power pack with me, but why drain the power pack when I can plug right into the wall? I just had to switch couches, and oh darn, one's higher than the other. Um, oh, I got to show you these. So my mom made these little Izzy dolls. So just a neat little thing from military background is the wife's mothers would make these little dolls and give them to soldiers, and the soldiers would keep them in their pocket, and you know it, during the course of their duties, if they ran across a child, they'd grab the doll out of their pocket and give the kid the doll to play with. Oh, this is going to be fun. Hello.
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 Yes. Oh, they hung up on me. That's my American phone, and that was a scammer basically trying to call me to sell me the extended warranty on my vehicle. Oh, that would have been fun getting that on a live stream. Yes, my American phone's ringtone is the duck quack. But yeah, little Izzy doll. Um, I don't remember exactly where it started. I think it was World War II, but I'm not sure where they started doing these. So if anybody knows like a contact for an evac group, I got a bag of them that I'd like to hand them so they can hand these out to the kids. So let me know. Emails in the channel info. So yeah, you get 30 of them a day, Adam. Yeah, I used to. Like literally, that's all I was getting was telemarketers and scammers. And I started answering the phone in Spanish, and that cleared up like half of them. And now it's great because it's like, sure, I'd like an extended warranty on my vehicle. What's your zip code? Give them the zip code here in Kiev. I'm like, oh, you're in Vermont. No, I'm in Ukraine. I'm in Kiev. You're where? Oh, mother, blah, 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 blah. And they just start cursing me out. And it's like, you're the one that called me, Marachod. And I'm down to like maybe 2 calls a day. There was one. Unfortunately, the calls tend to come in at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So sometimes they wake me up, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. I'm always a nut. They're annoying and no, they all get belligerent. Especially if you waste 20 minutes of their time and then find out you're in Ukraine and they can't scam you because Ukraine doesn't do gift cards. Um, but yeah, if you don't want to deal with scammers, I hate to say this, but the best advice I could give you is if you hear somebody with an Indian accent on your phone, hang up. The one time out of 100 that is going to be an actual person not trying to scam you, it just ain't worth it. Um, oh, mine is too, and I'm on the national do not call list in the US, and I still get these scammers because the scammers spoof somebody's number. And like the caller ID is not if I called that caller ID the number, it'd be some random person in Vegas that answers the phone, not any link to where they're calling from. So they just spoof numbers and yeah, so it's you can't get mad. It's just not worth it. Um, have a little fun with them or just hang up on them. I like to have a little fun with them once in a while. Other times it's, oh, no habla inglés, habla español. Click. I actually feel really bad for Spanish speaking people in the US with how rude people are when they think you speak only Spanish and no English. It's pretty bad. Um, so yeah, you know, I feel bad for the Spanish speaking people in the US because even if it's just somebody with the wrong number, it's just like, oh fucking hell, and or just click. Don't say anything, just click. And it's like, that's really freaking rude. Well, what's funny is my American phone is from when I lived in Vegas. So I have a Las Vegas area code. And living in South Dakota. So, like, oh yeah, we have great deals for insurance in Nevada. Great. Do you work in South Dakota? No. Sorry. Bye. Yeah, it's just I don't know if like people don't know what to say, but like everybody knows. Oh, sorry, wrong. Sorry, wrong number. Click. Don't just hang it up. Just sorry, wrong number. Click it and be done. You know. Well, just like common sense, common courtesy isn't so common anymore. Yeah, and some people you'll never change. The one I loved here in Kiev, and it's still. Oh, I wish I knew better Ukrainian so I could bitch that guy out left, right, and center. But it was one of my first few days here. I was walking with my cane because I knew I was getting on the metro, and having that extra support if I have to stand on the metro is a godsend. Um, a seat opened up, and it was like on the at the other entrance from where I was, so I was heading to it. Guy looks over, sees me heading to that open seat, and hurries up and like double goes twice the distance I was going to that seat and raced me to the seat to sit down first and kind of just looked at me like, ha ha, motherfucker. And I'm like, oh. I was mad. But, you know, you're supposed to get, on every bus, on every marshrutka, on every tramvai and metro train, there's a sign that says you're supposed to give up to your seat to like pregnant women, women with kids, um, handicapped and disabled. Nobody ever does it until somebody says something to them. Little 18, 19-year-old lady was sitting down in one of the specifically made for handicap seats on the bus. Um, One of the ladies that got on the bus with me was double crutches in a cast, um, for ZCU, military lady, broke her leg and is on leave from her leg heals. Gets on the bus, takes her backpack off, tries to situate, and I'm sitting there looking around for an empty seat to try and find her an empty seat. And one of the babushkas sees me doing that, sees her, and then goes, "Oh," and goes over to the 18-year-old girl and goes, "Hey." And it's like, yeah, tell her. Oh, Top Chat sucks. I don't know why YouTube even has that. Uh, I say the same thing because I don't have a car. Yeah. Um, you know, uh, with the curfew here, a car would be a good idea if you're like a downtown addict. Um, because like taxis out of downtown and the metro stop working and all that, you'd need a car to, like the taxi rides alone from downtown back to the living areas would kill you if you did that more than twice a week. Um, like I went to meet Rick at Musafir, uh, Crimean restaurant. The taxi ride there was 140 grivna. The taxi ride back, because the marshukas would stop running before I got here to get back to my apartment, was 700 grivna. Yeah, ouch. So when I talk to Rick, I'm going to have to ask him if possibly he could give me a lift after, because we're supposed to go do a IFAC assembly uh, stream and such, but it's on the other side of the river from me. It's like an hour and a half by buses. And like the last time he did that stream, it didn't end until like 10 o'clock. Well, 11 or 10:30 is the last marshrutka that runs from my metro station to my house. Yeah, I couldn't do that trip in half an hour. No, we're supposed to be doing a coffee shop stream next week, and I'll give him the pins then. The exchange rate right now is about 41 USD to hryvnia, so 700 would be about $8. I mean, yeah, it's not that expensive, but or no, shit, $18. So yeah, the cab ride to Musafir was like $3-4. The cab ride back, because it was so late, was like 18-19 bucks. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure which day yet. Probably Thursday, I think, but I'm not entirely sure. Waiting to hear on Rick. Let's see what else is. Any of the pins? I caught that one. Yeah, and yeah, it's just, everybody had, everywhere you go, there's going to be one of those people. From the guy racing me to a seat while I'm using my cane on the metro station or the metro is just fun. Is really kind of funny, but it's also like, if I have a place to lean up against for support, it doesn't really matter on the metro. I'm getting better at that. So, but what if it was someone that, you know, broken leg, or a soldier that lost his leg, and that guy's gonna race them to the seat on the metro? Rick is busy not vacuuming my apartment. Guess I'll have to break free yourself. Yeah, in a lot of ways I feel sorry for Rick. Um, there is so much going on behind the scenes that you guys don't get to see. Um, and yeah, it can be a full-time job doing these streams. I it is what it is. It For Rick, it is a full-time job. Um, you know, Not only the actual streams, but the planning before and after. All the transparency shit he does. I wish I could. I wish I had OCD so I could do that kind of stuff. Um, but like, some of the stuff I'm doing I can't really say, so like transparency wouldn't work there. Uh, Cane Fu. Oh, I haven't caught. Like I haven't really done YouTube at all. I just got home, went to go to live stream and saw, oh, Pablo's live. I'll check him out and watched him for 20 minutes and was like, oh, okay. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Hopefully this is charged enough that it won't be an issue. I forgot about my water. Oh, come on, knees. Oh, oh, they're feeling out now. They pop. Dang it. I was gonna say my knees aren't popping as much as anymore, but they just pop. So let's get. So are we a boiling? Oh yeah, we are a boiling. I boiled away almost half the water. Oops. Well, let's salt the water a bit. And the fun part. Ooh, that's probably more than I'm gonna eat, but oh well. Now, the one really nice thing with the setup here is the boiler for the hot water. Gives you boiling hot water. So you just let the water rise in the pipes a little bit, and that should do it. Yeah, it not as a bad thing, but Ukraine is kind of like stuck in the late 70s, early 80s when it comes to style. Oh yeah, the boiler. Um, so the boiler you have to go all the way around. Oh, I'm getting messages on my other phone. Back to the bathroom. And other way. Oh. So that's the hot water heater. And it's very similar to most of them in Ukraine. And the bathroom is already smelling better with that lemon incense thingy. Oh, and another little neat thing that most people don't notice, that's all storage up here. So, like, people just think that, oh, these are like decorative curtains for around the doorway. No, it's to hide the storage that someone made between the above the door frames. It's just little slats of wood that, and they made a little storage area right there. Oh, we're already boiling it again. So let's get this where it needs to be. Oh yeah, nice and cool. They get chipped, they aren't safe to use. Oh, the enamelware? Yeah. Let's see what else I missed. It depends on the year of the enamel was put on. Who would have died living with the wallpaper? Oh, the radiators? Yeah, that's the heat. Not even central air, but not central heat, but like that's water piped throughout the city and back. That's the stuff that Putin's targeting. Oh, they're almost done. They're all floating. Just want to give them a good stir. I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit. And it was like some of them have turned white, which means like that one's done. But like this one's still a little dark, so it's not quite done yet. Come on, food. I are hungry. If you're wondering why I are hungry, well, that's because That's because I had breakfast at 7:30 this morning and didn't realize it, but I had not eaten all day until like I'm coming back from going to the store and going, okay, why am I without energy? Why don't I have? Oh, because I haven't eaten. Ooh, new stove fun. Suddenly you notice that you're hungry too. Oh, so is that Carpathia, Carpathian Mountains, and then California. That's another thing that like every Ukrainian house seems to have is like window or not window, but shit. Well, good thing I got the broom and dustpan. I'll be right back. Oh joy. I'm kind of shocked that that glass broke. That was some pretty thick glass. Well, sorry for the boring stream as I clean up the glass before I cut my feet. Because I am walking around barefoot. So yeah, that was me needing to lean on something to take the pressure off my back and knocking the glass off the table or counter. Oh, sorry for the intermission. But yeah, my fault. Had to come here to lean to take pressure off my back to not be in pain for a minute. And almost caught the glass. Anyway, let's flip this back around. Oh, yeah. Oh. You know, the pastry's all cooked. And that's the other thing I should have got was a straining spoon, but oh well. Cut the heat. I don't know, these are smelling so good. I might just end up eating all of them anyways. So let me back up the camera. Oop. Oh, a little bit of butter, mussel. Ooh, a lot of pepper. That one had a lot of pepper on it. This is going to be a rough one. And for the piece de resistance. Oh. Smetana, 21%. And it's kind of, I don't know how to put this. Let me get this finished up. Go back in the living room, so. Ooh. Oh, hands. Sorry, you're going to be looking at the floor for a second here. Ow, hot. Okay. So, this was described to me as an old Soviet table because you can do so like both sides of this little stand fold out. There we go. I think that's the best I could do. Oh, shoot. And I put the drink too far away. Oh well. So there's different grades of sour cream here in Ukraine. 21% is not very, it's more of a heavy cream than it is sour cream, like in the States. Or you get the higher percentage, the thicker the sour cream is, and it depends on what you're using it for and what you prefer. You know, even though these are from the freezer at the store, still very good. Ooh, hot. Okay, not too much pepper that I thought I was going to end up with. Yeah, see, the neat thing about this table is like the two sides, you know, the wings fold out. But like on the ends, there's like drawers where you can put your silverware and place settings and stuff like that. So literally this takes up next to nothing of floor space, and you could easily sit 6 people, 7, probably even 8 or 9 people around this without any issue. This is really good. Yeah, Saturday night dinner in Kiev. Yeah, I know I'm boring. Leave me alone. I gotta get my drink though. Oh God. Okay, I'm cheating. Went to stand up and my knee said no. Let's see what chat. Oop. Take care, Tone. This is better than I thought. No, it's backwards. But orange and mango, or I can't remember what the other word is. But lemonade, here in Ukraine, very tasty. Probably too much sugar, but oh well. Let's see. Oh, not that much. So this entire bottle has less than a sugar in it than, you know, a 12-ounce can of Coke. So they have other ones like passion fruit. Oh, Orange and peach, that's it. But this is the same company that bottles water out of the Carpathian Mountains. And they do these little drinks, lemonade drinks. Oh, let's see what the notices are. Oh, it's you guys commenting on YouTube. KKGG, thanks for trying, Canty. Hope you are able to restart a new one soon. Yeah. Hi. Oslo chicken. Virtual dinner date. Hey, the two Pauls. Okay, this is definitely turning out to be eyes are bigger than the stomach issue. Let's see what we were talking about earlier. Oh yeah, common misconceptions in Kyiv. Something I've learned this time around that I didn't know last time is Ukraine's sewer systems are not designed to deal with paper. So, yeah, while you're in Ukraine, don't flush the toilet paper. That I did not know last time, and now I know. And knowing's half the battle. Oh, the big misconception. And let me blow Russia's narrative right out of the freaking water. I'd say 7 out of 10 people I talk to here in the streets in Kyiv speak Russian. It is very few and far between, like out where I'm at. Okay, let me step back. I'm out in a sleeping district. Surrounded by an industrial zone, but whatever. Lower middle income area. Get a bidet? Yeah, I would like one, but I ain't that rich yet. Sorry, I had to. But so here in the sleeping district, I'd say 9 out of 10 people speak Ukrainian or speak Russian over Ukrainian. You get downtown towards like Maidan and the political areas, and that jumps to probably like almost the reverse, like 7 out of 10 speak Ukrainian. But overall, it's like the vast majority of people here in Ukraine speak Russian. So there is absolutely none whatsoever, zero, zilch, nada oppression of the Russian language here in Ukraine. Most of the people here speak it with very, very minute Ukrainian. Russians actually the Russian speakers sometimes even have a hard time understanding me when I'm speaking Ukrainian. But one of the ladies I talked to, she's two entrances over. She speaks Russian and English. Well, at least you said an empty Coke bottle, Nura. But that just made me flash to like the Coke and Mentos. I'm not sure that would be a bidet. That might be an enema. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's very narrow sewer pipes, and it's not. It is what it is. Now I know, so now you know. Um, oh, the three most common questions I get from Ukrainians. This was another one somebody brought up a while ago. First, where are you from? Second, what are you doing here? And then the third one, and I mean exactly this order. Where are you from? What are you doing here? And aren't you afraid? And I love my answer to the last question, the aren't you afraid question, because every time the person laughs. And there's, I'll say, a seriousness in the city that not a whole lot of people are laughing. Not a whole lot of people are smiling. It is very serious. But when people ask me if I'm afraid being here, I tell them, well, back home in America, we have earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, fires. What else you need? Here, you guys just have Russians. KKGG, here's a trick. They sell these like little buckets of popcorn. Lid seal's really tight on it. Good. So you get that bucket of popcorn, you go sit out on the bench, and you share that popcorn with the neighbors and neighborhood kids, and you make a bunch of friends, and everybody's like, oh, you get to meet everybody. Popcorn's all gone. You put a bag in that bucket, you put that bucket in the bathroom, and your paper goes in there, and you close the lid. Airtight, no smell. So it doesn't have to be a daily thing, but crazy people with guns. Oh geez, I wish I could tell you this story, but that's an issue. Last Saturday, I did the popcorn trick last Saturday, and made a bunch of friends, and it was getting pretty close to curfew, midnight, and people were drunk, people were loud, and one guy was being stupid and angry and ended up getting cops called on him. So You know, oh, the other misconception that people have about Ukraine is like everybody's so neat, the streets are so clean. You know, you must have, you know, everybody must be like really concerned. And I am back. I had to plug in the charger. Thanks to those who stayed. Um, and I don't know, maybe there's a relationship between the Environmentor and the Terminator. Uh, okay, sorry, but I was a hog. That was really good. And you know, I'm a firm believer is in the peasant food turns out being the best food there is, because you know, you look at the rich people's food from, you know, even 100 years ago, and like stuff like that doesn't exist anymore. Um, you know, there was a pastry really popular in the early 1800s that involved putting crystallized lead on basically cookies to make them nice and like silvery white. And oh, they taste so sweet, blah blah blah, blah, so good. And yeah, they were, you know, giving themselves lead poisoning. Um, but you know, in the 1800s and early 1900s, you know, there was a prison in New York that was feeding prisoners lobster because it was like the lowest of the low end food for people. And you look at today, and now lobster's like one of, you know, for the rich people now, just for the rich. Because you're talking about 40, $50 for a lobster in the States. Please don't let the rich people find out about crawdads. Um, that's going to be another one that ends up as a high end food. Um, but yeah, you know, the hamburger, um, you know, was basically made because meatballs weren't cooking fast enough and had a bunch of orders. So she's, you know, the cook smashed them down. This is one of the stories where the hamburger came from. Not whether this is the precise one, I don't know, but it sounds good to me. So a lady was serving meatballs to workers on their lunch break. They weren't cooking fast enough, so she smashed the meatballs down flat. They cooked faster, put them between two buns so you know, they didn't need utensils, and it became the hamburger in all the glory that it is today. Um, what's the other one? Oh, here, if David N, you're around, here's one for you. Ratatouille. Yes, I'm sure we've all seen the Disney cartoon. Um, you know, again, was a peasant's dish, and now it's something that you pay big money for in French restaurants. Um, Mexican burrito, same thing. It was something that
Simple, easy, didn't need utensils, so the workers took them to work, and there you go. Peasant meal now is probably one of the almost bigger than hamburgers now in the U.S. is burritos. Figure that one out. Yeah, chicken wings used to be thrown away. I was born in Buffalo, New York, so I have a special thing that, yes, there are buffalo wings, and they need to be served with blue cheese dressing. Fight me if you want, but blue cheese. It's always the simple meals that turn out to be like the best. Like the vareniki that I just had. It's pastry dough. Well, not pastry dough, but like it's more like a pasta dough. Hey, stop doing that. So it's kind of like a pasta dough. Oh, this thing does not like having the power cord plugged into it. Because it keeps doing stuff like that. Let's see. Now it just doesn't want to respond at all. So this is basically just a phone holder at the moment that doesn't want to hold the phone steady. Screw it. Let it stay there. Okay, I'm gonna have to end this soon because that thing's doing crazy, and you're gonna have to deal with the off-kilter video. Stop moving. So, the vareniki, it's a simple pasta dough stuffed with potatoes and, in this case, mushrooms. Nothing else. Seal up the pocket. It's like a ravioli, almost. Top it with a little salt and pepper, some butter, and some sour cream. And very simple, easy dish, and one of the better foods. Kind of like borscht as well. Very, very tasty. Very simple origins. The peasant dishes are some of the most tasty dishes out there. Anyways, I think I'm going to call it there. Hopefully there's not a whole lot of error alerts tonight. Ukraine did a great job. The air defense did a great job last night. I believe it was like 529 out of like 550 some drones launched. They got shot down. 2 of 8 Iskanders got shot down. And then like 29 of 34, not entirely sure on the number there, of the Kinzel missiles got shot down. So, or were they the daggers? Ooh, I can't remember. The X-101s, you know, there's like 30, 32 or 34 of them launched and 29 got shot down. So Ukraine's air defense is doing great work. Yeah, yeah, Dnipro got hit. But I mean, you're talking over 600 targets, and like some cars in a parking lot got damaged because the drone crashed after getting hit into the parking lot. Not much you can do about that. So yeah, you know, 600 targets that Russia launched last night, and one hit on one significant object. Hopefully you guys are still keeping up with Zelensky's speeches, because today was a big one, talking about exporting Ukraine's military production to friends. You know, I told you guys many times throughout the last year or so. You know, if you want to be part of what Ukraine's developing and what they've learned in this only big war in the last 80 years, we need to help them out. And Zelensky announced today that, yeah, Ukraine has an excess of the stuff they're building. Oh, stop. Let's try this. So Ukraine has what Ukraine is building here. They have an excess of. They're going to export it, but they're only going to export it to people that helped Ukraine. So India, no, you're not getting the new stuff. Pakistan, no. If you helped Ukraine, you'll be able to purchase what they're producing. And Ukraine right now is producing probably the best 155 millimeter artillery, mobile artillery that's out there. The best drones, the best sea drones, the best, pretty much everything except maybe air defense, which is the Patriot missiles. But they're also making the interceptor drones and stuff like that. And, you know, we're behind the times. The U.S. is behind the times. The West is behind the times when it comes to this technology. And if you haven't helped Ukraine, you're not going to get it. So, wake up, Trump. I love the mod bot for YouTube. It does funny things. So, on that note, have a good night, everybody. You know, hit the like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. But most importantly, keep supporting Ukraine, because they're going to support us back. And with that, have a good night. Stay safe, everybody. And I'm going to let this thing go and see what it does with the camera before shutting it off. Just a little off kilter, that's all. And have a good night. Boop. And